California lawmakers passing a bill effectively making it a sanctuary state, protecting illegal immigrants.
Sends a very clear message to the Trump administration that in California, we value inclusivity, we value diversity.
I think it shows that we're going to protect our immigrant communities. We're going to make sure that it's clear that they're safe, that they can work with police and not fear deportation.
Sabine Durden's son, Dominic, was killed by an illegal in California, and she's been fighting legislation like this since his death. She joins us live now. Supporters of this bill say this reflects who we are. For someone like you, you have a very different perspective. What is it?
Oh, I absolutely do. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me on. And hi, Ainsley.
Hi, Sabine.
It's an insult. It's insanity on steroids to claim that this is protecting the immigrant community. They don't protect anybody but their votes and their cheap labor. And they're placing every American and every legal immigrant like me in dire danger, because everybody's going to flood to California like they flooded to other sanctuary cities. And at what point will politicians and mayors and governors finally stand up for us Americans, for those who belong here, and take care of us?
Sabine, for folks who aren't familiar with your story, a lot of people out there know who you are because you've been on stage with the president. You were on the campaign trail with him. We interviewed you a lot at the conventions. You wear your son's ashes in the necklace that you wear around your neck. And I'm so sorry for your loss. You and I have talked many, many times about this, being a parent of an only child. I can't imagine what you're going through. But I want you to tell the folks at home that aren't familiar with your story what it is, what happened to your son, and if stricter immigration laws were in place, how that would have changed your family.
I wouldn't talk to you right now. I wouldn't be fighting this right now if our laws were enforced and would be enforced. Dominic was 30 years old. He was an employee of the Riverside Sheriff's Department for the 911 dispatch center, and he was on his motorcycle on his way to work on 7/12/12 at 5:45 in the morning when an illegal from Guatemala with 2 felonies, deportation, 2 drunk driving convictions, and received probation each time, again on probation, decided to not obey our laws. He didn't care, and he drove his unregistered, unlicensed, and uninsured truck, turned it in front of my son, and hit him so hard that it threw him into a wall and killed him instantly. And this is 5 years later, and my life changed that moment. And my son would still be alive. So many others would still be alive if our politicians and elected officials would finally stand up for us. And I don't understand it.
Against the government, against the police, against any form of society that is trying to put us down and restrict us in any way, shape, or manner. You cannot conform. You must be a true nonconformist.